You have spent most of your life in high-rise towers, eating packaged food, working 9 to 5 to afford your expenses. You surf the internet, watch TV, and sleep. You can do all these things because you have a sense of security from the governments around the world. All of us developed this societal system to secure ourselves from the wild, to get rid of the fear our hunter-gatherer ancestors experienced. But are we really less afraid than we should be? We live in an era of 24/7 news channel broadcasts, and anything that happens across the globe reaches us within minutes of the incident. We are constantly bombarded with news about murders, rapes, and terrorist acts throughout the day. This makes us feel more insecure and fearful than ever. An individual, after being exposed to so much of negative media and information, will form a negative opinion of the world that may not align with reality. This doesn't mean that these incidents should not be reported, but this might surprise you. Apparently, fearful people are more dependent and can be easily manipulated and controlled. The longer you are exposed to negative news from different media platforms, the more you feel the need for government and security. In our quest for safety, we often construct elaborate systems and institutions meant to shield us from harm. From surveillance cameras on every corner to increasingly invasive data collection, society has invested heavily in mechanisms designed to protect us from various threats. Yet the question that arises is whether these measures truly make us safer or if they merely provide the illusion of security. One of the most profound dilemmas of our time is the trade-off between freedom and safety. As societies grapple with emerging challenges such as terrorism, cyber threats, and public health crises, there is a growing tendency to prioritize safety above all else. In this process, we willingly cede certain freedoms and privacy rights to authorities and institutions, believing that it is a necessary sacrifice to protect the greater good. One of the most striking examples of this exchange is the proliferation of surveillance technologies. From facial recognition systems to monitoring our online activities, we are constantly being watched. While proponents argue that this surveillance is essential for our society, critics contend that it infringes upon our privacy and personal freedoms. The question becomes, how much privacy are we willing to give up in the name of security? Fear often drives us to accept these trade-offs willingly. When faced with possibility of harm, humans tend to prioritize immediate safety over long-term consequences. This tendency can be exploited by those in power to implement restrictive measures that would otherwise be met with resistance. As a result, we find ourselves incrementally surrendering our freedoms, all in the name of safety. The danger lies in the slippery slope of this trade-off. Once certain freedoms are relinquished, it becomes easier to justify further encroachments on our liberties. This is a delicate balancing act that society must navigate carefully. The erosion of civil liberties in the name of security is often difficult to reverse once set in motion. Fear in modern-day societies is used to control the masses so that a few people at the top can benefit, while most people spend their lives living in the illusion of safety, freedom, and security, never truly exploring the possibilities of human life. The constant portrayal of bad things around us will turn us more hostile towards each other, and this hostility will always exploit our differences. We have to be more careful in choosing our sources of information and should focus more on the good, the outliers, since we rarely see that in traditional media. We create our own perspectives. We create our own realities. Thank you.